Good morning, students. Today I'll be taking on the coming of the Danes. Now, the first mention of the Danish invasion can be found in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle. And in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, it mentions that the Danes, a group of Vikings, they arrive in huge ships, and that is in the year 787 AD. And you find that the Danes, like their Saxon counterparts, they were a seafaring people. Now, they also go by several names. They are called Northmen or Vikings, and we find that in poetry, in their poetry, they call the sea the whale road. And the word Viking actually comes from the word Vikya. And you find that the word Viking also has another meaning. And this is associated with the ocean. And you find that most of these Norsemen or Vikings, they were seafaring people and they are basically farmers. Now, the first question that you would probably have is why did they come and who were they? Now, the word, of course, Viking comes from the word Vikya, which actually means pirate. It also means an inland. So the whole life, Vikings, the whole life of Vikings, it's basically in the sea. And you find that they sailed all over Europe and the Atlantic Ocean. Now, if you ask me the question why, it's probably because they were in search of better farms and they wanted to find, better, I would say, trade spots or ports. And England was a very good, I would say, spot to accomplish both. Now you find that these Norsemen or Vikings, they came from Wicks or creeks and from north of Denmark, Sweden and Norway. Now what is significant is that they can be considered the first colonizers because unlike all the other previous invaders, they were able to penetrate into the northern part, that is the farthest corners of the northern hemisphere. And they also succeeded in capturing Iceland, Greenland, and Labrador. They also established their settlement in Ireland. They also founded the cities of Dublin, Wexford, and other places. Now, when they overran the Isle of Man is a very small, significant island right next to England. And when they overran this Isle of Man, that is when they set their sights. That is when they set their sights on this wonderful land. And if you look at their intention, the reason and what they did, now they came with just one intention. They wanted to loot. They wanted to kill. And their prime targets were the so-called rich, I would say, coiffeurs or the rich churches of the Anglo-Saxon England. Now these churches were, filled with treasures, and that was their main, I would say, their main agenda. And what they did next was something unthought of. They killed all the monks. They killed monks. They looted and they burned down abbeys. So if you remember, we spoke about Saint Theodore of Tarsus, the three Celtic priests, Columba, Saint Patrick, and Aidan. So now they had established their monasteries, and what these Vikings did, they looted and they burned down all these wonderful abbeys. That is at Saint Columba's, the Abbey of Iona, and Saint Patrick's Abbey near Dublin. Now, if you look at, I would say, the Danish invasion, that is from their point of view, you would realize that the Danish invasion or conquest, it begins in the year 851 AD, and you find all the eastern and the northern England, they had already succumbed to Danes, and they marched victoriously towards Northumbria and Mercia. They had already killed King Edmund of East Anglia, and they hoped, and they were marching towards Wessex, and they were hoping to capture Wessex. They captured the town of Reading in 871 AD. But you find that King Ethelred I now he defeats them. They were routed by King Ethelred at Ashton. But you find Ethelred does not live long enough to do something about his strength or to consolidate his position. Now Ethelred does not live long, and his kingdom after his death, it is passed on to his brother Alfred, and it is Alfred who becomes the next king, and he is the most brilliant king. And the funniest part is Alfred had never, he had never wanted to become a king, and he was basically a scholar by choice.